almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Now here's Irving, looking for his first basket still in this one. And that one's good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing.
That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin, but you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP in a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest, and I think that's going to help his confidence for this year.
Now, here's Thompson, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Curry outside. Again, Curry missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Love outside. Fires for 3. And it's Smith missing.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Here's LeBron. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Stolen by Thompson. It's Curry outside, and it's sent back by Irving. The feed to Thompson. Spates with the block, and they'll keep possession. And James gets it to go.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Now LeBron, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Smith with room to shoot. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And it's 7 points for J.R. Smith. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Barnes. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. And here's Fry for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got his third rebound tonight.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the score by Golden State. Mozgov, a screen on Barbosa. Shumpert gets a wide open look, and it's Spates with the rebound.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Spates sets a screen. Barbosa passes to Spates. Back to Barbosa. Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's Iguodala missing. Cavaliers trailing. James kicks to Shumpert. Back to James, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here is Livingston. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Green, the screen. Spates with a screen on LeBron. Iguodala dishes to Spates. They push it up 4 on 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Fry for 3. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Spates. Offensive rebound. Green. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his... Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, and Clark, perhaps the most demanding of all are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Cleveland.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. We've got Irving, Channing Frye out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Iman Shumpert, and it's Dellavedova in at the 2. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Frye. And Smith subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Irving with the ball. It's a pick by Love. Thompson against Irving. Thompson right side. Baseline try, and the jumper falls for him. That's 7 points for Kevin Love.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Curry's shot is good. Well, you think about Stephen Curry, and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too, and he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots, English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Thompson. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Irving, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Thompson passes to Ezeli, and there's the shot. dunk to finish it off.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And on the way from Irving for three. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And rush kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Thompson. They set the pick. From the stripe. Passes it to Rush. That's good. Now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Thompson dishes to Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 6 points for Kyrie Irving. Curry against Irving. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Ian Clark subbed in for Klay Thompson. Irving kicks to Smith. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. And it is flushed down with a nice
GA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Bogut the pass to Barnes. Bogut with it. Picked up by Love. And rush kicks to Curry. Shot clock at 6.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system. But you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways. And, you know, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine on him? And so anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
And the Cavaliers call time here. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team. And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Smith. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Barnes. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Irving attacking. Green with the block. They get it back. And so here is Golden State, trailing by 2. Bogut kicks to Green. And that misses. That would have put him up. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Fires from the line. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And that's 12 points for J.R. Smith.
he has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do. Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound, and he got it done.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Here's Clark. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Mozgov kicks to LeBron. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
And James with the basket on the assist by Mozgov. And it's 6 points for LeBron.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
In the corner, Smith with it. All sorts of time. Good on the jump shot. And now a 5-point Cavalier lead. There's 37 seconds left here in the second.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
9 feet out, and Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. The Warriors have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
They get the rebound. For 3, Fry. Shot is off. Here is Livingston. Gets it off. And the release was before the buzzer. And so it's a close.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their biggest lead during the open. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And the approach in that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
And mostly he's been getting to the line, guys. I mean, he has the free throw total to show for it, as well as the bumps and bruises.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Curry. Bounces high up.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Here's the floater. Good D by Thompson.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin, and a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point.
And Thompson last season set the record for most points ever in a quarter with 37. Made all 13 shots and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points.
Both free throws good for Irving.
And Thompson making all 9 of his 3-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record. The most 3 pointers in a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the All-Star reserves.
Outside Irving. Love with the screen on Curry. Here's Irving, and he knocks down the jumper. Irving's got 4 points this quarter. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here's Thompson, and J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
Cleveland on defense. It's a 3-point game. Thompson dishes to Green. Rebound by Smith.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Here's LeBron. It's rebounded by Golden State.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Thompson with the bucket.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And really the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Amon Shumpert's checked in for J.R. Smith. Nice shot by James.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
That's good. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Green with a screen on Irving. Curry kicks to Green. To the paint for the lead. And the rejection by Love. It's LeBron with the drive. Poked away.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Azili the pass to Thompson. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 5. Over to the left wing. That's a 2 from Barnes. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Leandro Barbosa is checked in for Golden State. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Kevin Love. Curry with it. He's picked up by James. And again, no good by Golden State. Cavaliers leading. Here's Irving. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Irving's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
It's Curry outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Curry's got 11 in the second half. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Mozgov's checked in. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. Here's Shumpert. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And now, running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. LeBron with the block. Outside Shumpert. Feeds it to James. Inside, it's tipped. Here's Frye. Out to Shumpert. He dishes it to Frye. He feeds it to James. Here's Dellavedova, covered by Barbosa. Pass to Frye. There's the triple. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 3 assists in the game. The Warriors have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. Here is Livingston. Mozgov with the block. And he recovers it. Outside, Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Livingston dishes to Spates.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Golden State. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And Ian Clark subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. Smith checked in for the Cavaliers. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are. Clark.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Knocks it loose. It's taken away by Smith. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Smith with the ball. They get it back. James with the bucket. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Cavaliers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
Mozgov with the bucket.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
But they recover it. And a wide open look for James. Offensive rebound. And at last, they get one to fall. 16 points for Smith. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Spates kicks to Livingston. And he converts the layup. Well, Cleveland shooting 47%, pretty solid. Now here's LeBron, guarded closely. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Got a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. 3. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Thompson. And it's Irving in at the point guard.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Bogut with a clean look. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. James, the pass to Irving. Green against LeBron. And Thompson kicks to Irving. A wide open look for Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight. Warriors trail by 5. Curry with it. Now Smith defending. Curry kicks to Thompson. The dish to Bogut. There's the pass to Green. Thompson for 3. No good. Good D by Irving.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that 3-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Love with the screen for Irving. He's looking for Love and finds him. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Down low, and Thompson throws it down.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Outside Irving, and Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.